Today we're back in the dev bay with an i30N, which uses one of our most popular kits, PK424. We're going to be fitting the 44 today, showing you how to do it. Warren's here with me.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty straightforward. There's only a few bolts to take the airbox out, hose clamp at the back, hose clamp at the front, and then a couple of blow-off hoses. Pretty straightforward, and we'll get on with it.
Yeah, sweet. We're expecting some really good turbo noise out of this. Quick disclaimer, we have started dismantling the airbox already, just to make the process even easier and quicker.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. So it looks like we're starting by removing some of the hose clamps.
Yeah, whilst I've got the tool out, I'll just take all these off.
It's our favourite constant tension style clamps, aren't
they?
they?
Yeah, the constant tension style clamps, that this doesn't go quite down.
They are quite small ones.
Yeah, I do have another one.
So the section that we're replacing today is obviously the airbox will be turned into a heat shield with a cone. And then I believe we've got a pipe that currently goes up to where that silver turbo inlet stops. We'll be going up to there. So that's what we're replacing today.
Onto the incorrect tool.
Gets the job done there?
Yeah. There's those three undone.
Nice.
I'll just double check to see what we need to take off here as well. So this kit's been out for 5 years now?
5 years, yeah. It's nice to revisit it, especially as it is probably the most popular kit we sell, especially into Europe.
Definitely, and I've done a lot of background work on this kit, just small changes as time's gone on, but I've never actually fit a kit before. Nice and straightforward there.
Yeah, is this, I imagine, like the other intake kits we've fit so far, quite an easy one to do?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward if you've got sort of basic knowledge and a decent set of tools.
We try our hardest to make things be accessible for people to be able to just fit on the driveway.
Yeah, of course. So the airbox lid is just clips. The screws you're taking out at the minute, are they the lower half of the airbox?
So, yeah, so I'm just going to take it all out as one unit. The
okay, cool.
Airbox lid doesn't interfere with anything, so...
Sweet, so you can just go straight and take the whole thing out as one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
So I'll just take this front scoop out as well.
Cool. Once the OE system is off, we'll get our PK424 kit unboxed and we'll have a look at the differences. I imagine it's going to be, again, quite a drastic difference.
Yeah, so it's a 100mm pipe all the way through.
Awesome.
Where they've scalloped here to get around the... Now, is it scallop or is it scallop? We've had this.
I think scallop. No, it is scallop.
It is scallop.
It is scallop.
You've thrown me. Absolutely corrected you last time. Scalloping? Is that a term?
Scalloping.
Using scallops in the...
Scallop? Scalloping?
Scalloping.
So I'm guessing where, like you're saying, where they've scalloped around the intake.
Yeah, exactly. So ours is a constant diameter all the way through.
Okay.
We have a 100 down to, I think it's a 52mm reducer at the bottom.
Okay. We're close to getting that scoop out now, see?
A little bit tight on this radiator that's particularly warm. So a bit of advice, wait for the car to cool down before you do this.
I think that's always the case. We say that every video, isn't it?
Taking these front two screws out now.
Okay, cool.
So that releases the scoop. The hose at the back's undone. I've loosened this one just so we can get a bit of rotation in the pipe.
Okay.
And there's 3 bolts that secure the airbox.
Awesome. So we're all good to remove the setup. Here we go.
So I'll just twist around to get out of the way. It's a little tight, but just like that.
Nice, all as one unit.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah, sweet. So we'll get the Pipercross kit unboxed and compare the two.
Yeah.
Cool, that's it. We've got the kit boxed here. Let's get it open and see what's included.
Yeah, perfect. So we've got the Pipercross branded box inside. Everything's well packaged like all of our kits. We use protective paper.
Lots of it as well.
Yeah, and for those that are concerned, it is recyclable.
we're planet friendly, eco-friendly.
We are. They're just carbon offsets.
Yeah.
The kit does include 2 blow-off hoses. We've got one for pre-facelift and one for post-facelift. I can't remember which way around it is, but we'll get on to that.
We'll find out,
yeah. The car. We have an aluminium intake pipe.
Nice.
So the intake pipe maintains 102mm diameter all the way through. We've got the 2 connections on this end for the blow-offs, a small mounting bracket, and then breathers on the top, and then a blow-off on the bottom. Powder-coated textured black.
It looks really smart. It's not just sound and performance you get, it's like the look compared to OE is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll look at that in a sec.
Yeah, we want engine bays to look nice and perform well.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 silicons. There's a silicon reducer that goes onto this end of the pipe and connects to the OE turbo inlet.
Sick.
And then a 20-degree silicon hose to connect on the front of the pipe and the filter goes on the other end. So just like the intake pipe, the heat shield's powder coated textured black.
Nice.
So this is all done in-house, laser cut, fabricated and powder coated.
Awesome. Nice logo in there as well.
And then we have the air filter.
In its own box.
Yeah, Jubilee clamps, a few Jubilee clamps. All the fixings, so all the bolts, nuts and washers we use are stainless steel construction, and they're coated black. And then the air filter as well. So this is one of the biggest spinnings we do in terms of base diameter.
It is a big filter.
It's quite short just for space constraints within the engine bay, but yeah.
Yeah, nice. And has it got that sort of radius on the bottom of the spinning as well?
Yes, it does. So the internal of the spinning, you may be able to see there's a big radius on the inside here, just to try and help smooth airflow out as much as possible. Yeah,
sick. Cool. Let's get the kit sort of laid out how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll take a look side by side with the OE. So we've got the OE system here, side by side with the Pipercross, and you can already see the visual difference is such a big upgrade, let alone about airflow. So
yeah, of course. So two big differences in terms of performance. The OE intake pipe has a big step in here where it goes around the battery tray. We've managed to move our pipe away enough that it doesn't collide.
Cool. So you can keep that 100mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
It gets very close, but we'll make sure there's enough tolerance that it never rips. The standard scoop flows in through here. Has to travel down, back up into the filter.
Yeah.
And although the filter is conical and quite a good size, just pull this out here. All of the airflow is just being directed to the bottom, so you're not really seeing much of a benefit from.
Yeah, it doesn't even really matter having a full conical filter if it's just getting to that bottom.
No, exactly. I mean, it still performs well, and we do offer a replacement filter, just a drop-in filter, which is still good, still outperforms the OE, but the intake kit's just that next step up.
Of course, and you get that noise as well, which everyone wants.
Exactly that.
Cool. So let's get this fitted up to the car and then see how it looks on the car.
Yeah, sounds good.
So the first job to figure out, I suppose, is you should probably work out which hose is which.
The pre-facelift has a shorter hose, so this is the OE, and this is ours. And then the post-facelift is quite a bit longer.
Yep.
It goes down here, just to this reset with blow-off valve at the bottom.
Cool. And this car today is a pre-facelift, so we'll be using the shorter, as you just saw from that OE hose.
Just because of where it sits,
tucked away down there.
Here, it's fiddly to get to once the heat shield's in.
Yeah, cool. So we get it fitted now, it's in place and ready for us when we get the pipe in.
I won't tighten it up just yet, but I'll get it somewhere close.
Yeah, cool.
So just like the OE, this is quite a tight fit onto here. So that just slides down onto there. It's just where the hose tries to fold it over itself as it goes on.
Okay.
There we go.
Awesome.
So I'll just back that Jubilee off so I can get it over. So this hose does have quite a bit of flex in it, so it's not too critical to get it exact. But I'll just try and get it somewhere close.
Try and get that general shape in.
Yeah, exactly.
At least it's then in the right area.
So the hose wants to be sat somewhere around here as the pipe comes through. This hose connects to the blow-off valve on the bottom.
Okay.
So that'll just sit in here. So about there should be good.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
So I'll pull the engine cover off. So the bracket mounting for this pipe sits just underneath the engine cover.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure where yet, but
we'll figure it out. Like I say, all these kits are fairly easy and designed to be a driveway job, so
exactly,
should be pretty easy to figure out.
So first step's just getting this silicone reducer onto the OE inlet.
Okay.
So that should just press on here.
It's nice and easy to get to as well.
Yeah, it is. It makes a nice change. I think there's some cars that we've had in here in the past that are an absolute nightmare to get to, but the i30 is a particularly easy car to work on.
It's at this point already, you can already see that diameter change is insane.
It's massive, isn't it?
You can see that taper down to the inlet there is, what is it, 100mm to 52mm, is it?
Yes,
something
I'm
like that.
sure, yeah.
So what's that, like a 50%
increase?
That's nuts. So good increase in airflow, and again, huge noise.
Like I've said in previous videos, you don't need to tighten Jubilees to the death. They can just be nipped up. A lot of the time, it's very easy to over tighten these, and it starts cutting into the silicone and causing damage.
Okay.
Whereas it's not going anywhere, so
yeah.
it doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah, sweet.
So because of the nature of where the pipe sits, we'll get the heat shield in next,
Okay.
just to give us a base to work to.
Yeah, figure out where it sits.
So there's a small heat shield bracket here, and there's a small anti-vibration mount that sits on the bottom.
Yep.
Just try and take up some of the vibrations.
Yeah,
stop
cool.
any
That's a
damage
nice
going.
touch, sort of reduce any noise that there may be.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Just an M6 washer and nut to go on top of here. And the anti-vibration mount actually slots into, or uses an original mounting point just down here.
Sick. So going on with the bracketry before putting into the engine bay.
Yeah, I'm not going to tighten it just yet. So we've left this whole slot on the back of the heat shield.
Okay.
There's always a little bit of tolerance needed
Yeah.
just for different engine bays and so on. So the bracket goes on in this orientation,
Okay.
just with this offset hole to the left.
Yep.
And then this bracket sits on top of the anti-vibration mount that we put in earlier. So the pipe mounting, it just mounts under this little tab here.
Cool. One of the engine cover mounts.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that's just a 10mm nut. And screw that and try not to drop it. So now we've got that out of the way, I'm going to throw the heat shield in.
Oh, sick.
And that's everything that needs to come off the car now, which is nice. The heat shield sits just over the anti-vibration mount at the back.
Oh yeah, you see that sits right on there,
And then
really nice.
just drops in place. And then these holes line up nicely. The hose clears nicely underneath the heat shield, and then
Cool.
we'll push onto the pipe once the pipe's in place.
Yeah, sweet. So this front of the heat shield uses OE locations, isn't it?
It does, yeah.
see
So
it
the two
now,
bolts
so
that were
there.
removed from the scoop earlier are also used just to secure it in the front.
Very nice.
The holes are slotted, so I tend to just put things in loosely to start with.
Okay. Then tighten up when everything's sat in
Yeah, once
place
the pipe
happy.
and everything's there, we'll tighten everything up. I could use a ratchet for this, but I like to make my life difficult. Just because of where this hose sits, I tend to use a ratchet spanner. It's a bit easier to access, as I learned when I took the kit off. So, unfortunately, because of all the plastic trim, it does get just in the way.
Okay.
So if I grab the ratchet now, I should be okay. It's much easier now this hose has cooled down a bit. So give them a little nip.
Cool.
And then we've got an M6 nut to go on the top of the anti-vibration mount at the back. It's a bit fiddly because there's not much room. But that's
Just
not
about
too
got
bad.
it. Nice.
So now the heat shield's in, the rear silicon's in, and the rubber pipe's in.
Okay.
We've got a Jubilee clamp to fit over the top of this silicon. And then once that's in place, pipe pushes in. And then to get the rotation right, we've just got this bracket that lines up to the tab from earlier.
Awesome.
Before I go and tighten any of this up, we just need to connect the hose to the bottom of the intake pipe.
Oh yeah.
So just lift this up into place. We'll use the OE hardware for this.
Oh, the OE constant tension.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you can use it all, but these ones are quite soft, so they're quite easy to
Cool.
open and close. So that just pops in there, pull that into place, and then job done for that. Yeah, so now that's in place, we can put the mount the stud back onto the top of the bracket, and that just mounts the pipe at the top. So we mount it to the engine just so it moves with the engine rather than being fixed in place and causing damage.
It just sandwiches that bracket on there as
Yeah.
well, which is nice.
And again, leaving everything loose for now. I'll tighten everything up at the end.
Cool, cool. So just the filter now?
So still got the breather hoses to connect at the back.
Okay. Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. So there's this one here that just slides over, and that just clamps that in place.
Cool.
And then this one here just slides in place.
Again, reusing those OE
Yeah,
fittings.
yeah, exactly. Just give that a squeeze, slide it in place, and then drop that down.
So next step now I'm not getting ahead of myself, is I believe silicon pipe and then the big filter to go on the end.
Exactly. So I'm just grabbing a socket. So I'll just get this tightened down ever so slightly so it's closer to the diameter it should be.
Cool.
It's going to be a very boring segment.
We do a montage, time lapse.
That just slides over the end. And push the silicon in place. Again, I won't be tightening anything just yet. Just putting everything in place, ready to finish up at the end.
Yeah, sweet. It's cool having the logo on there as well.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. We do have one at the back as well, less visible.
Cool, so my favourite bit, going in with the filter now.
Yeah, so like I say, I haven't tightened any of this yet, just in case we need to move and rotate it. But the filter just pops into the end, like so.
Yeah, awesome. Look at that. Looks really good.
And then I'll work from front to back, just tightening everything up,
Nice.
just in case anything needs to be moved.
So the final step,
Yeah.
and then we'll get it started and see what it sounds like.
So final step's just throwing the engine cover back on.
Nice and simple.
Yeah,
It's like the cherry on top, isn't it?
all fits into just these OE rubber mounts.
Yeah, cool.
One of them is missing on here, but it should be fine.
So satisfying. And there you have it. Looks so good in there, especially when the engine cover is back on. Let's get it fired up and see what it sounds like.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. And that's all for another episode of Intake It All In. We hope you've enjoyed watching. To pick up an intake for your car, head to our website and find your filter. The link's in the description. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. We'll see you in the next one.